What is up, people? It's been a minute, man. Shit has changed, man. I tell you that, man. Shit has changed, man. But I wanna, explain everything, that has happened since, my last video on here. I've been getting a lot of comments, messages, telling me how it's going, how the truck life is doing you. Listen here, man. Stevens Transport. Stevens Transport, man, funny company, man. I'm not gonna bad mouth them, but everyone has different experiences, man. I tell you this, I would never go work for Stevens Transport again. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna really get into details. You know what I mean? To make a long story short, when it comes to the logistics of communication with your drivers and just, just falling short, not even on your promises, but just not coming through on a certain lot of things, man. It's just, you know what I mean? You kind of expect to certain, I don't know, man. I'm a different kind of cat, man, so I wasn't feeling it, what was going on at Stevens. A lot, man. My training, I'll tell you guys about the training at Stevens Transport, man. It's like a boot camp kind of vibe, because they got like people coming in. They got a good 30 more drivers coming in every Wednesday or Sunday, some shit like that. And I'm like, yo, how many trucks can they have for these amount of people that they got coming in weekly? But the way they got their system, their program set up, it's kind of set up to spit out the week. You know what I mean? Like, no other trucking, company is set up like Stevens Transport. That's why they're the most, I guess, safetiest company, because they're a training company. That's what they do. And, the boot camp feel I got was within the 6 weeks of your training program. You got to go through certain levels. You learn more about it when you get there. They'll tell you, but the way they got it set up is to kind of just see if you really bout the shits, if you really bout this trucking life, and if you get through it, they're gonna give you your own truck. Long story short, that's it, man. You just got to get through that that time that you're gonna be in a truck with another whole person that you don't even know from a can of paint. So you gotta, get through the mud, man. The early parts of the training is gonna be nasty, but more than likely when you pass that, man, you get your own truck, you get your own space. Shit gonna be smooth selling, man. You can make money, man, but you ain't gonna get rich. You ain't gonna get rich. Cause you gotta understand. A lot of people, you guys asking me questions and shit. Like, I don't know. You may have a whole family. You may have a whole wife, 3-4 kids. Bills, mortgage. I'm a single dude. I'm 26 years old, so my situation is different than yours. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I can be saying, yeah, it's good money to me, but for you, it ain't good money because you got a whole, you know what I mean? So, with me, it was straight, but you're not going to get rich. Don't expect that, but I just say, you just go, do what you got to do, man, all in all, man, Stevens Transport, it's a company where you go, you learn about the industry, get your shit, and bounce. With me, I'm not driving for Stevens Transport no more. But the fact that I kind of paid for my CDL, I ain't got no debt with them, so I can just bounce, leave, adios. But if you're doing it like more than likely how I think you're doing it, how more than the majority of people I've talked to, going to school with, they are financing it, or you know, having an insurance company like or a finance company, whatever you call it, pay for their schooling. You know what I mean? Stevens is gonna basically pay for your schooling. It's a contract, 2-year contract, where if you go drive for them for 2 years, they're gonna pay off your CDL. But if you leave them before 2 years, you gotta pay your shit. You know what I mean? So you gotta do what you gotta do. It's a decision you can make. But yeah, man, I can see you guys probably saying, what the fuck? Yeah, man, this is my new car, man. I was in the Chevy Impala when you guys saw me before. Yeah, man, I came down. Like I said, it was an issue at Stevens Transport. I left, came back down. I live in Miami, so my trainer that I was training with lived in Orlando. So that's what they gonna kind of do. If you live in a certain area, they're gonna try to kind of put you with a trainer that lives in your area. So if he goes home or something happens, you're close by. But Stevens Transport, man, it's crazy, man. You gotta experience that for yourself, man. I tell you this, man. You're gonna walk around, man. Just be open-minded and stick to yourself, man. I wasn't out there trying to really make friends, because that's how it's really set up, man. They partner you up with a bunch of roommates. You're gonna be in a bunch of groups. So don't get lost in the mix. Don't get lost in the sauce. Remember why you're out there. That's what I'm basically trying to say. Keep your mind on the prize, man, because there's a lot of distractions out there. Because you far away, most likely. You thousands of miles away from home. I ain't never been out to Texas. Mesquite, never even heard of that place until Stevens. So you like I said, you miles away from home. So just be careful, man, and just be on your P's and Q's. And that's it, man. That's what I can really say, man. I'm doing pretty good. Like I said, I'm down here in Miami now. Right now, I don't have enough experience to do local, to stay in my state. So I really don't know what I'm gonna do right now. But the thing about this is that, I got into trucking because I seen it as a way, to get out my grandmother's crib, to be independent, you know what I mean? Living on the road, stacking bread. And I was going to, venture on and do something else with the money I made with trucking. But, before trucking, I had bread, I had money. It's not like I was on my last, crumbs of shit. Like, nah, man, like I had options. This was just something that I seen as a challenge. You know what I mean? So you guys probably looking like, damn, this nigga done made some money, bought him a car. Nah, I've been had bread. I'm not even trying to flex right now, but that's how these trucking companies get. I feel like a lot of people where they feel like when you sign that contract, they gonna feel like, look, we got him. Now he has to drive for us. You know what I mean? So the fact that I already paid for my CDL and a certain lot of shit, it's just, I can bounce off and do something else, man. Not saying that I'm not gonna, use my CDL, but I am still gonna drive. But, driving is never going nowhere. Trucking is never going nowhere, so I can always bounce back and get behind the truck and drive. But one thing I tell you about that trucking life, man, that shit, man, that shit's crazy, man. I was going places I never been, seeing mountains. Florida ain't got a lick of scenery out here. We flat as fuck, man. So when I'm seeing shit that it's just like life-taking, man. It's very it's very, like, I don't even know how to like describe that shit, because it's, when you coming from a place, I wouldn't say a small place. Miami ain't small. Everybody know about Miami, but when you haven't left your hometown and you seeing shit for the first time, it's just breathtaking, man. It's beautiful, man. This country is beautiful, man. And the fact that I was able to get the chance to drive and go places I would have never able to go, it makes you realize what else is out there besides this country, like overseas, China, like other places. You want to travel, man. So when driving trucks, like you're gonna experience a lot of things, man. Because you just got nothing but time to drive, man. It's like road therapy, and you got nothing but time to drive and think all day. All day, you're gonna be doing a lot of thinking, man. But let me show you guys this car right quick, though. You know what I mean? Because I just copped this shit, and I think it was a good buy. But you can get this with trucking money. But like I said, this in a short amount of time, I was only out for like a good 4 or 5 months. So I don't know how you can flip this camera. I'm trying to flip it, but it's a little BMW 4 Series Grand Coupe. Yeah, I mean, but I'm gonna holla at y'all, man. I'm gonna be making some more videos, some trucking videos. Y'all holla at me with the questions and answers, man. Like I said, man, Stevens Transport, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, if you got other options, use that, man. Like I said, if you want to go through some bullshit, I'm telling you, man, don't go to Stevens, man. I'm telling you, do not go to Stevens. The way they have their program set up, it is not the route to go. There's much easier ways in getting your CDL, especially if you don't got your CDL. Don't go to Stevens, because you're gonna be doing extra shit that if you went to like Schneider or another company that they wouldn't allow you to do, bro. Like, I don't understand how Stevens got you out there for a good 6 weeks. I understand they want the safety and training, but I'm not getting down with that, being on the road with a stranger for that long, where you can go to Schneider and be on the road with a trainer for a week, and you got your own truck, man. So it depends on what you're looking for in preferences, man. Everyone different, man. You know what I mean? Some people just want to get their shit and slide. Some people want to learn the right way, marinate it, and wait it out 6 weeks long, or wherever, or how long it takes. But I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. If you got any more questions, man, holler at your boy. I'm out.